Learned last week that Elvis Presley's only child had died unexpectedly throughout his life. Lisa Marie Presley kept many secrets in her life, which kept the world guessing as to what was truly going on. Welcome to Entertainment with Les. Today I'm counting down the top 10 secrets Lisa Marie Presley carried to her grave. So, what secrets do you think she kept hidden from the world? Let us know in the comments section below. Number 10, the secret gift. When Elvis Presley died on August 16, 1977, the world was shocked. Lisa, Elvis's daughter, was in the next room when her father died, despite the fact that she was only 9 years old at the time. Singer was perhaps more overcome than anyone else by the realization that she couldn't simply send her father off in a coffin without something special from her. While thousands of fans queued to pay their final respects to Elvis just before the doors opened to the venue, Priscilla and Lisa, she decided to place a special gift inside his coffin. Marie would be escorted to where her father was laying while the king was styled to look his best. When Lisa Marie looked upon her father for the final time, she would make one special request. Robert Kendall, the funeral director at West, recalled Lisa's question. Robert recalls her holding up if he could give her gift to her father. This thin metal bracelet, and he agreed after she and Priscilla were insured. With thousands of fans outside, it would not fall into the wrong hands. They were afraid that someone would notice Elvis's loose bangle and take it as a souvenir. So Priscilla and Robert tucked it around Elvis's wrist, underneath his shirt cuff, to ensure that no one could take this precious gift from Lisa Marie. Number 9, the vacant seat. Lisa Marie spent a lot of time at Graceland because it was her home in the heart of Elvis Presley, and she adored the mansion. Lisa made no secret of her love for the special property where she was raised and still calls home because it immortalized the rock and roll legend. The late star was lent on the mountain of childhood memories for her to keep. She kept the Presley family traditions alive by visiting the luxury property on a regular basis to do things Elvis and her used to do after it opened to the public in 1982 and became the second the most visited private house in the United States. Many people found it difficult to believe that the house's inner workings existed. While the kitchen appliances were set to still work, Lisa Marie ran a tight ship after inheriting her father's estate. They were turned off for fire safety, and when Lisa Marie and her family arrived, the stop would turn them back on. So that after the tour, the family could have dinner in the mansion. Lisa Marie and her partner. For family dinners, people could swarm around the massive dining table, and they would occasionally leave an empty seat at the far end in honor of Elvis. It was almost as if she hoped her father would walk in and take a seat at the table. But Lisa Marie's favorite reason to get together was Thanksgiving, so that she could spend time with her father. Hey, my little peaches, how do you like this video? So far, if you like it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. At number 8, we have the upstairs room for the millions of fans who flock to Elvis's press each year. The home has been transformed into a place where they can truly get close to the king of rock and roll. Graceland, on the other hand, was a private residence for Lisa Marie and her extended family. This is why, since the house tours began in 1983, the upstairs rooms have remained closed. Lisa Marie would agree that the upstairs rooms have a creepy shrine to a bygone era. When her father was still alive and all the rooms were still the same as Elvis had left them, Lisa would show off the upstairs rooms, including Graceland's secret treasure room. A treasure trove of items, and the precise location of this room still behind the door marked "Employees Only" lives a room that no Graceland guest can visit. While the room was so secret, when Oprah's camera crew was allowed to tour the estate, they'd have to turn the camera off until they were inside, so no one knows where they are inside the room. Treasures that have never been seen by the public. The room was made to be earthquake-proof, fireproof, and tornado-proof. Items in the room include checks signed by the king of rock and roll, a majority of Elvis's costumes, and cabinets that house over 60,000 photographs. Number 7, difficulties. Almost 5 months after her death, Lisa Marie Presley shared an essay she wrote about navigating grief after the heartbreaking death of her son Benjamin. Sources close to the star told the U.S. Sun exclusively that the musician was leading a reclusive life and was struggling in the aftermath of her son's death. Lisa struggled to find solace from the loss of Benjamin, and she did. It was extremely difficult for her to deal with, which is why she barely left the house for months after his death. Lisa Marie looked for different ways to cope with her grief and loss. She even began to go in and out of the Church of Scientology for many years while searching for herself. Despite this, those close to her had concerns, and one insider even admitted that Lisa had been struggling so much over the years and living in her father's shadow that many who knew her feared she would die at a young age. Lisa was said to have had a lot on her plate in the years and months leading up to her death, and she was personally struggling with her family relationships and dealing with her exes. Number 6. Isolation as a result of Lisa Marie's personal struggles. She spent her last days attempting trek between Los Angeles and Graceland. Sources confirmed that Presley, who spent most of her life in the limelight, had been living a reclusive life and had struggled since the death of her 27-year-old son Benjamin in 2020 and Lisa Marie's final years. She was devastated by Ben's death because he was her baby and relied on her. So much so that when she found out he had died, her entire world fell apart and she found it extremely difficult to cope. Despite her personal difficulties, she spent the majority of her days alone. Lisa Marie always tried to maintain a positive attitude in public, and her final speech at Graceland would elicit applause from the audience. While Lisa would address her grief in an essay for people, she would say that grief does not stop or go away in any way a year or years after the loss. Grief is something you have to carry with you for the rest of your life, despite what certain people or culture wants us to believe. Her heart, however, had been shattered since the loss of her son, and the grief had taken a heavy toll on her. Priscilla Presley is number 5. Despite years of estrangement, Lisa Marie had reconciled with her mother, Priscilla Presley, following her son's tragic death. It was stated that Lisa Marie had a very rocky relationship with Priscilla as a result of her marital problems and the breakdown of her marriage to Michael Lockwood. They became close again after Ben's death, and Priscilla helped Lisa Marie during her divorce from Whit Lockwood. Priscilla chose to support him, causing a schism between mother and daughter. Priscilla was only able to find comfort from her friends during this time because of the relationship between them. Lisa filed for divorce in 2016 and claimed she discovered images of younger people on Michael's computer during the divorce after losing her husband and mother. While Michael denied the allegations, Lisa would turn to substances to numb the pain. It would result in a messy court and custody battle, and Lisa needed her mother. The most she knew was that her mother supported her ex-husband. She couldn't turn to her for assistance because only Lisa knew what was really on that computer. She never went into great detail about the events. She revealed what she discovered on that computer to the public. Number 4, Billy Bush, the shocking red carpet appearance extra host, did the final Golden Globes red carpet review of Lisa Marie Presley and realized right away that something was wrong. Lisa Marie would walk the red carpet at the Golden Globes just 2 days before her death. Since Bush recalled his brief red carpet talk with an action and unsteady Lisa Marie by saying she attended to support her father's Elvis biopic. She was very even in her balance, the speech was very slow, and the interview was definitely over. Something is wrong here, I told my producer next to me. She was definitely a split second late. But she was clearly there to tat off in some way before the interview. Stars had to navigate 2 steps to the platform where he stood. Presley, on the other hand, was having difficulty. So Bush went down and met with him. The start on the red carpet itself, as well as videos from the event showing her walking unsteadily and being escorted by her manager, who grabbed her arm to support her. Something was clearly wrong with the star, and she refused to discuss it. Number 3, safe bets. Much has been written about Elvis Presley's hidden secrets. The private sanctuary at Graceland has remained closed to the public. However, he died during an interview in 2013. Lisa Marie revealed secrets about the room, claiming Elvis Presley's bedroom was one of the places she felt safest. Lisa was said to always keep a key to the upstairs with her and go up and up. There was only Elvis in her bedroom, despite the fact that the rooms are said to be a sanctuary. She always felt like she could close the door and be safe and calm, which is why she kept the area the same way Elvis left. It had a lot of Elvis's flair for the flamboyant and reflected in the decorating. The king of rock and roll's only child emitted a taste of the 1970s. Oh, it's showy. It has a long shag carpet, a black bed, red walls, and gold everything. Number 2, Sarah Ferguson's friendship with the Duchess of York. The Duchess of York wrote a heartfelt tribute to Lisa Marie Presley after the singer died on Thursday. Sarah would say, "I say hello to you every day and I love you my sister and I will continue to say hello to you every day," referring to their unexpected friendship. A wonderful mother to Ben, Riley, Harper and Finley, and a devoted daughter to Priscilla. You have been a loyal friend for many years, and I am here to support and love your family. Number 1, we have the secret job today. Despite the fact that Lisa was a singer and songwriter who spent the majority of her life in her native America. Elvis's daughter lived in Sussex for a time, and she also laddered herself. A job that was very different from what she was used to. Despite owning a 15th century Grade 2 listed country mansion, Lisa appears to have wanted to get involved with village life and thought the best way was to work in a fish and chip van in the village. The only thing she could do was serve the locals. The van was apparently owned by local pub owners Kim and Justin Scales, and it was a job Lisa reportedly enjoyed doing back in 2012. Kim would say that the singer couldn't wait to put on an apron and serve people, and she found it really amusing when people didn't realize it was her. Despite being the daughter of one of the world's most iconic singers, Lisa wanted to be fully integrated into life in Sussex Village, and she really enjoyed her shifts. Please remember to stay juicy until the next one, my little peaches.